A very good morning and Om Shanti to all of you listeners. Welcome back to your own channel, and today we are going to discuss the 280th day of a godly blessing. What does Baba have to say when he talks to us about how to be together in any organization, how to be together in any home, and how to save and protect your home from getting into any trouble or your organization from getting into any trouble? So let's see what does Baba have to say. Baba says, may you have the power of accommodation. When we can accommodate people in our life, when we can accommodate things in our life, when we can accommodate words which we listen to in our life, that's the time we have the power of patience, power of tolerance, and humility within us, which is required for any organizations to stay together, any group to stay together, stick together, or any home to be sticking to each other. That means the members of the house are strong together, well knit. So God says, may you have the power of accommodation and become an example of one who creates an atmosphere of unity. How do we create an atmosphere of unity? Let's explore that in details. Baba says the beads who are similar. When you see a mala, you see the different beads are there, but they look alike. That means they have the same sanskars, they have the same habits. That's why you don't put different beads of different colors in one mala, which is a spiritual mala. We generally try to find out if any bead is missing. We try to find out the similar looking bead. Why? That similarity between each other means it's a depiction of having the same habits, having the same thoughts. That is what it means to have that mala. So then God says, the beads who are similar, who have love for one means God the Father, and have a constant and stable stage. That means they're not fluctuating between ego and humility, between peace and peacelessness, between joy, happiness, and sadness. That is constant and stable stage. That can only happen once we are meditating constantly. So those who follow the directions of the One, Supreme God Father, who are united in their thoughts among themselves, are the ones who can be threaded in the rosary. That means if I am somebody who's trying to bring in difference in the organization, then I need to be somebody who's humble. But if I'm bringing differentiation, if I'm bringing expansion of the organization in a manner in which everybody is going into different directions, are you understanding? Expanding into different directions, everybody has got their own ego and nobody's listening to anybody or accepting or accommodating everybody's thoughts or ideas, then that organization is not going to last for a long time. Everybody is going to go out and talk about their unhappiness, discontentment, because of which that organization will fall or crumble down. Whether that organization is your home, your family members are not together with you, they go out and they talk about how my mother, my father didn't agree to me, or my brother or my sister didn't agree to me, and that is what happens. That's how the organization actually crumbles. So God says they are united in their thoughts among themselves, are the ones who can be threaded in the rosary. So rosary is about your family members, rosary can be about the organization you're working in. At least there's somebody at the top, and in a rosary also there are two beads at the top or one bead at the top who's at the helm, whether it's your father, your mother, whether it's the CEO of the organization or anybody. So then God says, however, an atmosphere of following one direction can only be created. Now what is the condition? When you have the power to accommodate. So just like when you look at the sea and you see all the rivers flowing into the sea, that's what happens. The rivers flow into the sea. Some rivers, they carry muck along with them. Some rivers are very clean, but the sea never says that I'm not going to accommodate you who's carrying the muck. So are we such big-hearted? Are we having an intellect which is such a visionary intellect that we can accommodate every kind of person in an organization? So in an organization also there are people who are at the top who might be thinking alike, or some people might not be liking your ideas. But then if that person goes out and talks ill about the organization, what will happen? If that family member goes out and talks ill about the family members, other family members, what will happen? So then God says, for that I have to be connected to God. I have to be stable. I should not be fluctuating between ego and wanting name and fame and humility. And if that fluctuation is there, then that organization, then that family is not going to hold on together for a long time. And that is what is happening in this world in Kali Yuga. Bigger families are becoming more and more nuclear, becoming smaller. Why? Because nobody is accepting each other's thoughts and words and actions. Everybody has got different thoughts and words and actions. That is why it is known as Kali Yuga. So then God says, if there is a difference of opinion in any situation, then what do? Then accommodate that difference, for only then condition apply. Will you come close with that unity and become an example to everyone? Now, if you are having a family which is having the habit, each member is having the habit, or each that depiction of a rosary, like God has said, each member is like that rosary bead. If each bead is having the same sanskars or is working towards developing good sanskars, then that organization or that family is going to be sticking along together for a very long time. So God says that accommodate that difference. That can only happen when you don't want to be at the helm, you're not craving, you're not greedy for that post or position in your organization or that respect in your family, that I want all the respect, my words should be listened to, everybody should go as per me. Well, if you have the right ideas, if you have the true ideas, automatically, either today or tomorrow, you don't have to prove it that your ideas were right. Automatically, if somebody has chosen the wrong ideas, they will move back to your ideas if they were so true and so they were so right. You don't have to prove anything, right? So with humility, everything in the right time happens in the right way. So God says that you become an example to everyone. That organization becomes an example where everybody is getting diverted into different directions. Families are breaking up, organizations are breaking up, but your organization, your family is held together because of this one quality of accommodation. So I leave you with this beautiful Vardhan. Have a blessed day and stay protected. Om Shanti.